Welcome to Business Spotlight, a signature series from the National Society of Black Wedding and Event Professionals. This is the show where we shine a light on the people, the stories, and the passion behind the brands. Each episode, we sit down with one of our incredible members to explore the journey, the culture, and the character that fuels their business. It's not just about what they do, it's about why they do it, how they got started, and what keeps them going. From bold startups to beloved staples, we're celebrating the entrepreneurs who are shaping the wedding and event industry, our community, one story at a time. So, whether you're here for inspiration, connection, or just good conversation, you're in the right place. This is Business Spotlight, where business gets personal. Introducing a brand that doesn't just capture moments, it creates experiences. Meet Lakisha Cameron, the visionary behind the PhotoTique, a premier photo booth company lighting up the Washington, D.C. area. Where creativity meets celebration, the PhotoTique transforms ordinary events into unforgettable memories. We're talking sleek setups, luxury backdrops, and an interactive experience that keeps guests engaged and coming back for more. Lakisha isn't just in the business of photos, she's in the business of connection. Every snapshot tells a story, every flash captures energy, laughter, and legacy. From weddings to corporate events, milestone celebrations to brand activations, the PhotoTique delivers style, sophistication, and a signature touch you won't find anywhere else. This is what innovation looks like, this is what passion sounds like, and this is what it means to be a part of the NSBWEP community. Tap in, turn up, and strike a pose. Lakisha Cameron, the PhotoTique, where every moment becomes iconic. Everyone, welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight, where we shine the light on our amazing members. We have casual conversations with them so that you can kind of get to know the person behind the brand. And today I'm super excited because we have Miss Lakisha with me today of Boutique. And so we're going to learn all about her, all about the brand, and just have fun with it today. So welcome, Miss Lakisha. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. So this is a part where I ask first, who is Lakisha?
Lakisha is a Clark Atlanta graduate. I see you have your NCAT on, but I have to represent Clark Atlanta. I now am in the DC area, and I am an experienced curator for the PhotoTique, originally from New York. I have to give a shout out to my city. Um, and yeah, so that's where we are. I can't hear you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now tell me about Photique.
All right, it's the PhotoTique.
The, the Phototique,
Yes.
sorry, yes.
It's okay. It's okay. So basically, the PhotoTique is a photo and video booth organization. And the reason it's the PhotoTique is because it's photos and then it's like boutique. So we want to give a boutique feel. So we actually service both corporate and private celebrations, including weddings. And so, what we like to do is really tailor the experience to the event or client goals and the aesthetic that the event has.
You come up with the concept, the name of your business.
Because I really wanted to put a personalized touch on the experience. We see big box photo booths, we see smaller companies too, but everyone's just bringing a photo booth. And we wanted to really, truly hone in on the experience and capture great photos. So I came up with the PhotoTique, and it just gives a boutique feel. It's intentional. We are going to match your vibe, match the look of your event, and we're really going to collaborate with your team, whether that's a solo team or whether you have a team of organizations working to put on the event.
Awesome. And what inspired you to get into this industry? Like many of us, I know we started or we still have a full-time job, but they were like, oh, so what inspired you to get into this creative industry of weddings and events?
Well, I think I'm just a creator at heart. I am not fully equipped to be an event planner or a fabricator or decorator. So I felt like this was the perfect in between. My best friend, she loves taking photos. I do too, but she is on a different level. And so whenever we had events, we're always like, oh, we need a space to have photos like that looks really pretty and things of that nature. And so from that, creating those things with her and just that practice with family, that's how I came up with the PhotoTique.
Right, awesome, awesome. And remind me, how long have you been in business?
It's going to be 8 years.
Years. Oh my gosh. And within that 8 year time span, I know that there are some things that you've learned. So, what is the biggest lessons you've learned since starting your business?
Oh, we I've learned a lot. Um, the biggest one I would say is to basically build relationships, right? Because we are going to a lot of vendors, you're going to come back around and see them again. It's not going to be just a one-time event. So when you build that relationship, you get that working rapport, the next time you work together or the more often that you work together, things are almost seamless, right? It's almost like you're in a relationship. I know how much space the photo booth needs. I know that I can trust Lakisha to get here 2 hours prior to the event, things like that. I have people and organizations that I've worked with. We have booth attendants now. And so, they may be out of uniform and they're like, hey, I know this is your uniform and this person is not in uniform. So, we've built a relationship where they know like this is not a reflection on the phototique, it's definitely a reflection or a one-off situation. And so when you build that relationship, you have that to work with and fall back on if when things happen.
Mhm. Yeah, I do believe that relationships are key as an entrepreneur in business. Just as big box businesses, they count on building relationships, with their suppliers and then also building the relationships with their clients. And with small business owners, it is so, so key in order for us to thrive is to have that relationship with, our vendor partners out there. And also, one of the things that you stated is that I think that along the way, you built a brand standard. And like you said, people will know, like, I don't think this is them, or, I know this is not Lakisha in the way that she does business. So I think when we learn or we kind of mold what our brand standard is, we learn it and we know, you know what? This is what we have to continue with in order to continue to grow because this is the reputation that we're building for ourselves and the expectation that our clients and our vendor partners are expecting.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Wonderful. Have you been surprised about anything in the business?
Surprised. Well, I will say what is surprising is how much work actually goes into it. People, I don't think they understand. I think they realize they feel like you just show up with a photo booth, which is what I thought originally. But there's a lot of back end, especially the level of attention we put into detail and making sure that everything works seamlessly. We run tests on all of our software and the setup prior to the event. So that's a few hours. And then the designing in the back end to make sure those photo strips and photo things come out nicely. But originally, I thought you bought a booth, you showed up on site, and you took pictures, but there's a lot more back end. And I think the more I hone in on the craft and setting that level of that standard of business for the phototique, I realized that there's a lot more time and effort that goes into it.
Most definitely. Um, People, especially our clients, they think that, oh, things just happen instantly. No, it's a lot of hard work that goes behind what we do, no matter if you're a photographer, photo booth company, planner, that goes into what we do.
Yes, definitely.
And speaking of the processes and checkpoints that you do for your business, what is like the day in the life of you as an entrepreneur? Like, hey, I gotta wake up and have my favorite Starbucks mocha latte, grand latte, or what is the day in the life of Lakisha?
Yeah, you can still have those mocha lattes. You just may need to wake up a little earlier than you anticipated. But I do try to start the day early, get a little movement in because a lot of the time is sitting behind the desk. And then on the weekends, we're on our feet. But basically, checking email is one thing, figuring out the social media for the week. I'm laughing because that's a big surprise. Becoming a content creator was not what I signed up for, but that is part of my day is figuring out what content I'm going to put out from the events the week before, what's the spin, so planning content, answering to leads. We know time is of the essence, so when people come in and they're asking questions, they're asking for a quote, you definitely want to be responsive and answer those as quickly as possible. And I like to do mock-ups and things of that nature. So doing graphics, going back and forth with whether it's right or not. So things like that. And then there are the manual things where we're putting up photo booths, tearing them down. We're checking through wires to make sure they're all together. We generally plan for events about 5 days out. A lot of events happen on the weekend, but we do have some weekday events. So we put a 5 day because that gives us time to order or do something to pivot if we need to. Sometimes, things happen in the middle of testing that will require you to, pivot or find something else. So that's the manual part. And just making sure everyone that's working, they know what time they need to be there. We set standards for dress code and appearance and communication. And so, those are the things that go into the day to day. I fit in the lattes in the morning, and in the evening, I get a little wine to unwind for the day.
Something a little bit stronger,
I was
something
keeping
a
it,
little
easy.
stronger. And being in business successfully for 8 years, what keeps inspiring you to keep going?
I generally have a passion for it. I love events. I love to see a room go from blah or nah to something fabulous, and just the experience that brides and couples and family members have to see that and just being a part of that and capturing it, right? We're definitely not, putting in the work of transforming the room, but we add to the vibe and we capture the feeling, the essence of the feeling, and those cute outfits. People dress up nicely and they want to make sure the photo is photoing. So being a part of that experience is always, just rewarding. And even with brands, and so just being a part of, and you see your photo out there, someone that went to an event and they're, sharing the photo, and you know that you've been a part of it. I've been a part of it. And so those type of things.
Wonderful. So let's get a little personal. What is like your go-to hype song? Either just in general, getting up, moving around in the house, cleaning, or your go-to hype song when you're prepping for an event.
Oh, MG, let us think. Well, I enjoy a genre of music called soca. I'm originally from Guyana, and so that is very much on my playlist. And there's a song that says, "We deserve a party. We work hard every day." So that is definitely a hype song for me. But I love me some dirty South hip hop. Bring them out, bring them out. So things like that, go to. I have a whole playlist that goes back and forth when I need to get hyped.
Right. Okay. And what do you do like to do for fun?
For fun, I like to party.
You're
I like
all
to
into
party.
partying.
Yes, I actually I make time, I prioritize time every February to go to Trinidad and enjoy Carnival. And I party nonstop for days. Yes, so that is something that I do enjoy. And I'm always encouraging people to come with me because it's such a carefree time. It definitely requires a lot of planning. But
Do
yeah,
you dress up in the outfits and stuff?
yeah, so that is when we go to the actual carnival parade. So you
Mhm.
play with the organization. You go ahead and parade with an organization, and so that's when you dress up. But that's not a requirement. You can still go and enjoy events, and
I see plenty of photos with this, and I'm just like, oh my God. People look like they are exhausted, but they're having so much fun.
Yeah, the reality when you come back. Listen, I always lose weight when I come back. You
Look,
walk.
I'm signing up. I'm signing up.
You walk so much. And it is exhausting because you're in the sun, especially if you do the parade. There's a practice day that's Monday, and the actual day is Tuesday. And so, like someone said, it's walking two marathons both days. So, yeah. So
So
that
how long is the route? How long is the parade route?
the parade is all day. So you may meet your band at 10 a.m. and they call it the last lap. And so you finish that sometime in the night. I mean, not like 8 or 9, but sometime when it's dark. I don't necessarily have a concept of time when I'm there, but it's dark outside. But then people are just kind of like in the streets, kind of socializing and enjoying themselves. So you could be out all night. And I won't start with Monday. Sunday going into Monday is something called Juve, and that's like a party like where you don't dress up, you just literally have fun and dance in the street. And then Monday is the practice. You don't wear your costume, you wear something nice, and generally the bands try to match. And then on Tuesday, we call it Pretty Carnival because you don't necessarily get as crazy as you would on, but you look very nice in your costume because they actually judge the costume. So you want to look nice and, do that. And after that's over, then you get to have a good time. And guess what? On Wednesday, the island is as quiet as can be, as if no one was ever there. If you would not believe what was going on Tuesday evening if you were there Wednesday morning.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. I have to get to Trinidad.
Yes.
Have to
I
get to
invite
Trinidad.
everyone to come.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, learn something new. So, are you a morning person or a night owl?
I would say a night owl. I do get up early. My husband he got up at 4 a.m. this morning. He gets up so early, so that gets me up a little early. But the beauty of being in business for yourself, I will lay back down after he goes out because he does a whole workout, running and all of those things, walks the dog. So once, I lay back down once he leaves, and then I still wake up around 8 a.m., but
Mhm.
I'm definitely up at 11 o'clock, midnight. It's like, I don't know, I get a second
You
wind
can
at
you
that
can kind
time.
of do both. You can kind of do both.
Yeah, I get a second wind, and maybe it's the laying down for 4 hours. I do want to, not be a night owl, but I don't know. It's just my brain starts to function later in the day.
Right, okay. But I will tell you, husband with me would have to tiptoe. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't turn the lights on at 4 a.m. No.
And he is not respectful of that. He turns on the light. If I have to wake up early, I don't do that to him. He turns the light on. He might be saying, Keisha, where is this, sir?
I know, not trying to talk to you.
Yes,
Mm-mm,
yes,
mm-mm, mm-mm. No, there is no talking at 4 a.m.
exactly. And I don't do that to him at night. I'm just like in my corner. So, but yeah,
Men, their brains function totally different than women.
it does. Exactly.
Moving right along, coffee or iced tea?
Coffee.
Okay. You got a flavor? Or your old Earl Grey, chamomile, mint?
Um, well, I've been doing the mushroom coffee lately.
We're
So,
talking about that's tea, Earl Grey and chamomile. So you say your coffee. Okay. So the mushroom coffee, I've been seeing that a lot. It says it's supposed to help with your digestive system. Do you
yes,
feel that?
I don't
Or
know.
you just like the taste of it?
I don't like the taste at all. I don't hate it, but it's just coffee, right?
Mm.
Um, and I feel I don't want to have so much sugar now that I'm advancing in age.
Hmm.
So I do
Hmm.
my mom introduced me to the mushroom coffee and I do that. And it's supposed to, one of the things, give you energy, which I feel like it does wake me up and make me feel alive for the day. So that's my main motivator. And it keeps me away from drinking Coca-Cola for energy.
Continuing on with food and beverage, are you a sweet, savory, or salty person, or all three?
I am a sweets person, which is why I have to limit my sweet coffee so I can have sweets in other parts of my life.
Are you the person that eats your dessert before you eat your main meal?
Let me tell you, if you take me out to dinner, I could skip dinner and just have dessert and be content.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What is like your favorite dessert? Are you a chocolate person or
Chocolate all
anything?
day. Give me a chocolate brownie, chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream. Yeah, I
Oh
know
my
that's it.
goodness. Okay, okay. What is your favorite color?
Pink, ironically. Ah,
Pink. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
pink
Are
is
you
my.
an AKA?
No, see, I knew that was going to come. I'm actually a member of the Distinguished Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I know they will not love it for me saying
They better not be
that.
listening to this video. Oh my
I
goodness.
know. And the funny thing is, I have like four line sisters, and their favorite colors are pink, and they really make fun of us all the time. Like, how is it? But it's not the color you wear, it's what's in your heart.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Awesome, awesome. Love it. And this is one of my favorite questions because this is something that I love. Do you eat grits? You
No.
don't eat grits. Okay. Well, I can't ask you the question then.
It's a
So there's
Caribbean
a
thing because my friend, I went to Clark Atlanta, so I was in the South. And so they're always like, how is it that you made it out of Georgia without
yeah,
making
and
any
you didn't
grits?
taste grits.
I tasted them, but we eat porridge. And so that is
Mm,
my thing. And it's the same kind of texture and consistency. So they haven't been able to rewind my brain from and move from porridge to grits.
red wine or white wine?
Red,
Okay. And let's see, are you a Merlot, Cabernet?
Merlot.
Okay, okay, awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Um,
I want to
who
ask
would be?
you, but I know this is
Okay,
fucking
go ahead, ask me, ask me.
Yes.
What is my favorite wine?
Yes.
So I'm white. I love
Okay.
white wine and I love Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, my friend Stacy she likes that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Sauvignon Blanc. Yes, indeed. Um, let's see here. Moving right along. If you had to have your photo booth at an event, what favorite person would you like to do that event for?
If I had it at an event, a favorite
A famous
person,
person, famous person.
a famous person, Beyonce. Will she even take pictures?
No, but just to say, hey, my photo booth was at Beyonce's party. It's enough for me.
Yes. Or how about Usher? Usher seems like he would be a lot of fun in the photo booth.
Usher would probably be flirting with you, girl. You better watch out. Usher causes divorces.
Oh yeah, we can't have that.
That's good. That's a good. That's the first time I ever heard somebody say Usher. It's usually Beyonce. We got a lot of Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama has been ranking number one,
Okay.
and then Oprah.
I was thinking as far as the fun factor. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Beyonce is just Beyonce. I mean, and then I was thinking Usher may be a little fun because he seems like he would want to take a lot of photos. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
and we love
indeed.
those people that come in and they want to take all photos, get the full body, get the close up. I love that because then I get to practice poses with them and just different things. So,
Love it, love it. So I want to ask you a question. The National Society of Black Wedding Event Professionals, we're all about supporting and uplifting Black culture. How do you feel about Black culture, but then also too, just learning about your heritage and background? How do you infuse it into your daily life or, even in your business?
oh, definitely. This could probably be a long one, but yeah, I definitely am pro-Black and with the Black community. I do feel like being in America, like I have to lead with that, if that makes sense. I mean, it's like Black first, right? I'm Black first. That's what's on hand. But I do make a point of saying, I'm Guyanese American. And so, like, I wear my, flag around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always with me. But I went to an HBCU. I'm part of a historically Black sorority. Yes, NCAT. My nephew goes there. My niece went there. She was actually Miss NCAT. So it's definitely, in my blood, my spirit. I support Black businesses. And so I feel like that is priority and not that I'm pushing my culture aside. I'm still in with family and things like that, and we do cultural celebrations. And I get my time in Trinidad, but but yes, definitely pushing that narrative, and they all fit into the same. Um, we're all Black, right? I just have this other identity factor for me, and so I've studied diversity a lot, and so there are your five closest identities. And so they ask which one is first. And sometimes there's a discrepancy with what's first and what people see. And sometimes that causes an identity crisis for some people. I won't
Mm-hmm.
get too much into that. But yeah, so I don't know if whether I've been like being here conditioned to be Black first or, if it was a choice. But definitely I'm for my Black brothers and sisters and businesses and therefore and that doesn't mean I'm hating anything else, but you know.
All about celebrating
Yeah.
culture. And with you come with a double layer,
Yeah.
not only celebrating Black culture, your Guyanese culture, and so forth. So, you bring a lot to the table, a lot to us as just Black Americans that we get to experience as well.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's from Mississippi and she came home with me and she heard my mom and she was like, I thought you were Black. I'm like, I am Black. But she said in Mississippi, there's just Black and white. So when she heard like my mom's accent, she's like, wait. I'm like, no, I am Black. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. There's multi layers to people of
Mhm.
color. You
Yeah.
know, you can look at someone that looks like the same color as you, and then the next thing you know, they speak in French. You'd be like, what? Right.
And that's what
Like you
I
said,
love.
your friend said, I thought you was Black.
And that's what I love. Like we're so dynamic. And
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the oppression and the obstacles and challenges we face, we have still risen. Like we've done wonderful things. And imagine if those parameters and barriers didn't exist, what we could do. But that is why those
Mm-hmm.
barriers and challenges exist so that the greatness can be stunted.
Awesome, awesome. When it comes to networking, How do you go about networking with people in the industry?
I definitely love to socialize. Like I said, I like to party, go out. I'm consider myself a quiet person in a room, that may be filled with others that I don't know, but I definitely feel like I'm personable. I'm not someone who wouldn't have anything to say or I'm not relatable. So I find genuinely connecting to be most rewarding. So when we have something in common, like I love the fact that you went to NCAT and so those type of things, you love events. Of course, we're in an association, but those type of connection points. And I would say that's what attracted me to the organization, being around other like-minded people that identify with Black people. And so I'm excited to get involved and be a part. And yeah, so and that's when I'm like a helpful person and I'm like always like we can do this, we can do that type of person. And that kind of fuels me. And so that's how I build connection as well, by helping and being around to assist and things of that nature.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who is trying to get into this industry?
I would definitely say you need to network and I would say be organized. I feel like I'm not an unorganized person, but the business, it did a turn a few years ago in a way that I didn't um, plan for. It kind of accelerated. So there was a pace, and then the pace went a little faster. And that caused me a period of time where I needed to, you know, regain my footing because things were like getting away. I didn't have a process for when things got busy. So I would say if you're getting in, build the foundation as if you were going to be, busy every day of the week. Put systems in place so that if you're not there, that someone else can easily fill your shoes. And then that network, because a lot of times we have to call on other photo booth operators and other people in the industry for support. And people call us, oh, I need a backdrop. I just need this. I just need that.
Mhm.
And so that is the beauty of building that network.
Okay. If you are not in this industry, what would you be doing?
Mm. If I had all the money that, I didn't have to worry about money, I would be somewhere giving money away, working for some nonprofits. I mean, volunteering for nonprofits, writing checks, going to galas. Oh, what's the cause? I mean, I just have a passion for helping out, and that's
You would be
just
a philanthropist.
yes, I would be a philanthropist. Yes, to put a adjective, a word to it, a vocabulary word to it. I couldn't get that out. Yes, I would be a philanthropist.
Well, this has been amazing, just chatting with you, getting to know you. And I learned something about you. I didn't know that you was from Ghana. I love the fact that you go to Trinidad.
Diana, people always do
Guyana. Sorry,
that.
Guyana. See, I'm learning. I'm
It's
learning. That's
okay.
what these
It's a
conversations
joke.
are about.
It's a running joke in the community. We say when we say we're from Guyana, this is what people think, and we always put up the Ghanaian flag because people.
What's next for you or your business?
What is next? Definitely looking to scale. I want to be more of the brains behind the operation and have a staff that can actually go out and execute.
Nice,
So,
nice. I love that. Expansion, expansion. You have the name, but you're not the face that people are seeing all the time.
correct.
Any final words of inspiration that you want to provide to event professionals?
I would say do what makes you happy. Sometimes we chase these clients because we're looking at revenue and then they end up being a pain in our necks. So we always know those ones that we work for aren't always that shiny trophy that we believe. So, go with your gut, do what makes you feel good, and work with who you want to work with.
And where can people find you?
They can find me at thephototique.com. Is that right? I'm sorry. Wait, is that what you? Oh,
Yes, yes.
oh, okay.
Social media pages. Where can they find you, girl? Where can they find you?
Okay. Right. All right. So thephototique.com and at the phototique on Instagram or at the dot phototique for those looking for corporate services. And then me, I am at Marzee, Marzee on Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn, just as myself, Lakisha Cameron.
So, well, Lakisha, this has been wonderful chatting with you today. I'm super excited to see where you and your business continues to rise at, and we're going to continue to follow you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another
Oh,
episode of, I'm
one
sorry.
more thing. We forgot to
Oh,
talk about the award. I almost forgot to. Remember,
oh,
we got the
yes, yes,
award.
yes. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. Tell people about the award that you received.
All right. So recently, the PhotoTique won a global award in the photo booth industry for our service. So they looked at our events across corporate and weddings. And we were nominated and we had to submit selections of our work. And it was judged by a panel, and we won back in February. And so we are the 2026 Booth Mastermind winners.
Okay,
Global
awesome,
Peak.
awesome.
Yeah.
And this award was given by who now?
It is so there it's an industry of excuse me, industry. It's an association of industry leaders. And so the actual award is called Booth Mastermind. And so we won the Booth Mastermind of 2026 award.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, we need to, shine the light and
Yeah.
tell people what we're all about and how we are successful. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Again, people, thank you for joining us for Business Spotlight, where we shine the light on our amazing members. Please listen, like, tell us your thoughts about this video, and share it with your friends, family, and other individuals in the industry. Thank you for joining us for Business Spotlight, and come back again to see another one of our talented members. Thank you for joining.
All right.